All right, let's talk about something real. The stress of just running a home. You know, that constant kind of invisible weight that can really turn daily life into a total grind. So today, we're going to explore a path to finding a better, more sustainable balance.
Seriously, just take a second and think about this. Is your to-do list just miles longer than your want-to-do list? If your days are just packed with chores, bills, and obligations, with almost zero room left for what you actually enjoy, you are definitely not alone. This is like the central challenge for so many of us.
And this quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's not just about being busy. It's about that emotional weight that piles on top of everything. That feeling that things aren't fair or that nobody's listening. That's where the real damage starts.
Okay, so to really get a handle on this stress, we need to figure out where it's even coming from. And spoiler alert, it's rarely just one thing. It's usually a whole combination of pressures that build up into this heavy and often totally unseen weight.
I mean, just think about how all these things are connected, right? You have a crazy week at work, and suddenly, parenting feels 10 times harder. You're worried about money, and now a leaky faucet isn't just a leak, it's a major crisis. Everything impacts everything else. This constant juggling act, that's modern family life in a nutshell. And it's exactly why things can get so out of whack so fast.
So who's really feeling this pressure the most? I mean, it can hit anyone, for sure. But there are some common situations where it gets, well, extra intense. Let's dig in and see if any of these sound familiar.
You've got parents who are trying to climb the ladder at work, but also be 100% present at home. That's a tough one. Then there are couples where it's just not clear who's supposed to do what, and that just leads to constant, low-level friction. And man, for expat families, these pressures can be even bigger because they're often trying to handle it all without that built-in support system of grandparents, aunts, and uncles just down the road.
Okay, so we've talked about who is feeling this. But what's really at the heart of the conflict? What are the actual stress points? Because if we can name them, if we can turn that vague, cloudy feeling of, I'm so stressed, into a specific, definable problem, well, that's when you can actually start to solve it.
So here they are, the big five. And notice the language here. It's not just about who's doing the dishes, right? It's about workload distribution. It's not just a fight about a recent purchase. It's about the bigger picture of financial strain. Figuring out which one of these is the main culprit in your home, that's a huge first step.
And here's the thing. If this stuff just keeps going unchecked, it can lead to something way more serious, emotional burnout. And we're not just talking about being tired. This is a deep, chronic exhaustion that hits your physical health, your mental health, everything. Spotting the signs of this is absolutely crucial to stopping long-term damage to yourself and your relationships.
Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom. There is a way forward. Instead of just trying to survive day to day, you can actually build a path towards something better, towards harmony. And the secret sauce? It's all about having a structured approach.
And here it is, a clear 4-step plan. Step 1 is all about improving communication, but we mean guided communication, not just another argument that goes nowhere. Then step 2, clarify what everyone actually expects from each other. Get it all out on the table. After that, it's about learning some real practical skills to manage the stress, things like mindfulness or even tools from cognitive behavioral therapy, which is basically a way to catch and change the negative thought loops that make us feel so stressed out. And finally, step 4 is all about strengthening that feeling that you're a team working together.
But why is having a structured plan like this such a game changer? Well, it's because it flips a switch. It moves you from just reacting to problems to actually getting ahead of them. And that difference is everything.
Just look at this comparison. On the one side, you've got the unstructured approach, which is probably familiar to a lot of us, right? Random arguments, trying stuff that doesn't work, and that resentment just simmering under the surface. It's chaos. But on the other side, you have a real, structured plan. Guided talks, tools that actually work, clear roles, and someone in your corner to help. It's literally the difference between just hoping things get better and having a real plan to make them better.
And you know, real effective support isn't just one thing. It's a whole package. It should combine deep psychological know-how with practical, real-world tools. It should involve coaching and other wellness pros, and it absolutely has to be culturally sensitive, especially for families from different backgrounds. But maybe most importantly, it gives you a safe, private space where you can just figure things out without any judgment.
So after all of this, what's the big takeaway? It's pretty simple, actually. You don't have to just live with this constant stress. You can take action. And the best part is, it can start with just one small step. Look, the most important thing to remember is that this whole journey doesn't start with you having to solve every single problem overnight. No way. It just starts with being heard. It starts with a simple conversation, a confidential space to just get your concerns out there. That's it. That's where a real plan starts to take shape.
And I think this really sums it all up perfectly. Harmony isn't some destination you arrive at. The goal isn't to create this mythical, perfect, stress-free home, because let's be real, that doesn't exist. The real goal is to build a practice, a daily practice of good communication, of fairness, of teamwork, so that you can handle the challenges together. It's a process, not a finish line.
So I want to leave you with one final thought. Don't worry about fixing everything all at once. Just ask yourself this one question. What is one single conversation that you could have this week that could bring just a little bit more balance back into your home?